Hi guys, Dr. Adrienne Castrovinci with Healthy Living Chiropractic. Hope everybody's doing great today. It's Thursday, it's rainy, it's windy, it's cold, it kind of sucks outside. So here we are inside talking about all kinds of healthy things. So as you know, this month we're doing a lot of detoxing conversations about how to kind of clean your body. This past week, I had the pleasure of doing an infrared sauna, which was awesome. I posted about it on our social media on Instagram. We also were doing our foot bath, and I've got our office doing the our detox as well. So everybody should be getting close to being done. I think it's day 7 or 8, so that's pretty awesome. So we've been talking a lot about how to kind of clean the body from the toxins that we take in daily. Today, I'm going to kind of put a different spin on that and talk about what types of kind of less toxic things that you can take in on your body. So your skin, it can exude, like with that detox, things can come out of the skin. Things also come in the skin as well. So we want to talk about kind of ways that we can put healthier things on our skin. So in the United States, the average woman uses 12 cosmetic products comprised of over 168 different chemical ingredients. So a lot of these chemical ingredients are not actually safe for humans. The United States is actually pretty terrible when it comes to the things that they allow in our products. The European Union is actually much more stringent when it comes to cancer-causing chemicals, other types of negative and really nasty chemicals. They keep them or they ban them from a lot of their products. Not here in the US. You can pretty much put anything in a product and it'd be okay. There's a handful of things that they've gotten wind to, probably because of a lot of pushback. However, it's really important for us as consumers to pay attention to what it is that's in our products and what we're putting on our body, in our body, that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to talk about, are some things to look for and some other kind of options to change. I've also brought kind of an array of my own products from my house that I used this morning. So we'll talk about kind of what I use in my own house and kind of what types of things you can do. So number one, we're going to start talking about sunscreen. So while it's starting to get warmer here in Minnesota, a lot of people are going to start using sunscreen. I have to admit, I don't use a lot of sunscreen. I'll use some if we're going on the lake or if we're going to be out all day long on a really, really, bright, hot July day. But for average everyday use, I do not put on sunscreen. We need vitamin D, which is synthesized underneath our skin. So the rays from the sun actually helps to synthesize that, and it's important. If you have a sunscreen on, you block that. So I'm not saying don't use sunscreen. I'm saying what we do is we use it pretty sparingly. Not going to have risk of cancer. So anyway, so the thing that you want to look at, number one, is the active ingredient. Right here up top, it's going to tell you what the active ingredient is. You want a mineral-based sunscreen. So something that says zinc oxide or titanium dioxide are two minerals that are safe to use in sunscreen. If you see something that says oxybenzone or some of the other benzones, those are terrible. They are cancer-causing chemicals. They are banned in the state of Hawaii and in the Keys because they actually cause damage to the reefs. They're terrible. They are what's called endocrine disruptors, meaning that they mess with the hormones. So you see a lot of kids getting sprayed with this clear sunscreen, and those can be endocrine disruptors and potentially causing cancer. So you want to try and stay away from those. So again, active ingredients, look for zinc oxide, titanium dioxide are good things to be looking for. There's also the other ingredients down here too, which you can look at what those are to get a good idea of what types of things you're putting on your skin. But the big thing is stay away from the ones that you can't really pronounce, right? All right, so that's some sunscreen. Let's talk about soaps, shampoos, conditioners, those kinds of things. They can oftentimes contain a number of chemicals such as formaldehyde and other big foaming agents. The big one is dioxane, which you may see written as sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate. Another one is called polyethylene glycol. Those are two chemicals that are known carcinogens. There's research studies on it. They're nasty. And they're in a ton of products. Because something foams, we think, oh, it cleans better. That's not necessarily the case. That's kind of the way we've been trained and taught. But there are a lot of other chemicals that are safer for us to be used and not necessarily that are cancer causing. So always look at your labels. There's a bunch of different products out there. I mean, you go to any health food store like Lakewinds, where we do a lot of our shopping, and you go into their beauty or their wellness department, you'll be able to find shampoos, conditioners that do not contain toxic ingredients. ingredients. But one of the companies that I use a lot of Beauty Counter. That's one company that I tend to use. This is their face cleanser I use for my skin. It does not have any of the harmful ingredients. Their website does have a lot of their ingredients online, so that is one thing that's important. Another one, and I have no affiliation with these companies, so I'm showing you what I use. A girlfriend of mine named Cassie owns Beauty Ecology. It's a organic salon in Wayzata. She produces and formulates her own products. So Evoke is her brand, and everything is clean, organic, uses aloe, uses oils, uses a lot of essential oils. So again, you can just look at the ingredient list and see that there's none of the nasties in there. So this is what I use in my house. All right, as far as lotions, also contain a number of toxic ingredients. I've actually gotten away from lotion primarily for my body and essentially just use oil. You want to stay away from the parabens. If you guys have heard that before, those are something that are, again, here's that word, endocrine disruptors. They mess with hormones. They mess with your thyroid. They can mess with your sex hormones, that when you give these to kids, not a good thing, right? Kids are, when they go through puberty, they need to have these hormones. If they're messed up, we don't want that. So stay away from things that are parabens, ethyl paraben, methyl paraben, those kinds of things as well are just nasty. So what I use is essentially just a grapeseed oil. It's unscented. It's like $10 at Lake Winds. Lasts forever. I put some essential oils in there if I want some different smell. But really, after I get out of the shower, I put oil on my skin. Our skin produces oil naturally, so why not put more oil? And I coat it with a lotion. So that's kind of what I've been doing. My skin is really soft, pretty amazing, and I don't really use lotion except for on my hands in the wintertime, and then it's more of a shea butter, almost like a coconut oil type of thickness. So that's kind of what I use personally. Okay, so look for things with essential oils. Look the scents. When things say that they have fragrances in them, that's kind of a loophole for the companies to basically put whatever chemicals in there without having to put them on the label. If it says fragrances, they don't have to list them out. So really be mindful when it says fragrance. I look for things that have certain oils as fragrances. Then I know that we're getting more natural based products. Okay, deodorant. Deodorants and antiperspirants oftentimes will contain aluminum. Aluminum is a heavy metal. Aluminum has been linked to neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, seizure disorders, those kinds of things. Autism as well, definitely tied into aluminum. So one way there's aluminum in a lot of different things, your foods, vaccines, things like that. But we're talking about deodorant today. So if you want to steer clear of that, you want to buy an aluminum-free deodorant. I think the one thing that I've noticed is, especially at Target, there is a much broader selection of your aluminum-free deodorants, which is awesome. I like the Native brand. I think it works pretty well. It smells pretty decent. There's a ton of different kinds. But you want to make sure that you stay away from aluminum and use the aluminum-free products. I've even seen The Secret and the other big deodorant companies that are doing aluminum free. I haven't looked closely at the ingredient list, so that's something to be determined. But nonetheless, if you're staying away from aluminum free or staying away from aluminum and getting aluminum free products, that's gonna be so much better. Aluminum is also linked, especially under the arm, is linked to breast cancer. So you really wanna stay away from that, especially as females, to stay away from the aluminum. So, okay, cosmetics. We put a lot of cosmetics on our face and product. That's what a lot of us do. And again, same type of thing. You want to stay away from the nasty products. Again, Beauty Counter is kind of my go-to. Again, I don't have any affiliate with them. That's just what I've used, what I like, what I enjoy. There are so many amazing companies out there that are using naturally based natural based ingredients that can be non-toxic for you. So again, do your research, do the best that you can to find them. Again, Lake Winds, Whole Foods will have good products on hand. But really just do your research. There's so many really amazing companies out there. All right, and lastly, we're gonna talk about toothpaste. So steer clear of fluoride. I know that we've all been taught that fluoride keeps your teeth strong, helps with the enamel. It doesn't. It's a neurotoxin. That is a lie. So just gonna be flat out. It is linked to increased cancer rates. It's linked to neurological issues, things that we really don't want to have and deal with. So it does not belong in our teeth. So this is like the end of it. Fluoride free, we use the Native. We kind of go between the Native and the Davids again, whatever's at Target and what's on sale, right? good quality products, fluoride free. So you want to steer clear of the fluoride. You don't want to use that in your personal hygiene products and your cleaning products. So, okay, my take home message is do your research, read your labels. Most things are written on the label. If it's something that you can't pronounce, it's most likely not that good for you, right? That's kind of the old adage with things that are on a label for food. If you can't understand it, you probably shouldn't be eating it. The same goes true for your skin. If you can't understand it, you don't know what it is. The really cool thing is we can look up what a lot of these chemicals do and what they are, and we can find the really good information. But just my recommendation is being an informed consumer. Think about the things that we're putting on our skin and do the best you can to keep your keep your toxic load as low as one can. So, all right. I hope everyone has a great day. Hope you've learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Shoot me a message down below. If you are interested in doing a detox program, looking at kind of your own health, I would love to see how I can help you. We do a lot of quantum nutrition testing and nutrition testing in our office. Would love to have conversations with you if you are interested. So, hope everyone has a fantastic day. Enjoy. Bye.